We're going to talk about container gardening today, and in particular, we're going to talk about the advantages of container gardening or growing plants in pots or containers using our Smart Pot. Let me show you what a Smart Pot is. A Smart Pot is a soft-sided fabric container for growing plants. It's quite simple. Some of you may have heard the expression grow bags. Well, this could be called a grow bag, but it has a number of unique features that separate it from the other grow bags, and certainly a number of attributes that separate it and make it a better choice for growing container plants than a traditional hard-sided container. First of all, roots will stay a lot cooler in a Smart Pot. The fabric is porous. You can see through it. And what that means, well, let me give you an example. Heat builds up in containers in the hot summer sun, and it accumulates so that it comes 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you've got heat buildup in the root zone, and that can translate into thermal stress on the plants. If I were to take you and put you in a plastic raincoat on a lawn somewhere in the hot sun, you're going to swelter. If I put you in absorbent fabric like a cotton t-shirt or some other fabric that breathes, you're going to perspire, have evaporative cooling. This is the cotton t-shirt. Another feature, and this is pretty cool, is the Smart Pot's ability to air root prune. In other words, grow a much more efficient and fibrous root system. You've all taken plants out of containers and seen longer circling roots. A very fibrous root system is a more efficient root system, allowing the plant to uptake more nutrients and water. I'm often asked, how long will the Smart Pots last? People think just because they're fabric, they're not going to hold up as well as a traditional plastic or clay pot. In fact, they're going to hold up a lot better than a lot of the others, because during the winter, they're not going to crack. They're not going to freeze like plastic can or ceramic can or clay can. They are very tough. I drag them around all over the place from one season to the next. 6 or 7 years I'm using them, and they're still going strong. Overwatering is a common problem by not only home gardeners, but commercial greenhouse or nursery operators as well. The container physics in a Smart Pot are different than they are in a hard-sided container. Because of the porosity, it's very difficult to overwater a Smart Pot. Therefore, you can use a denser, heavier mix if you want. Let's talk about pocket planting. There's a couple of things you can't do in a hard-sided container, and one, you can't plant the sides, you can't plant the bottom. In a hard-sided container, you can only plant the top. With a soft-sided fabric bag or Smart Pot, you can virtually plant the walls as well as the floor if you want to hang it up. There are basically 2 kinds of potatoes. There are the regular or larger potatoes, and there are the fingerlings, or sometimes they're called the gourmet potatoes. You find them in farmers markets. Well, if they're small potatoes, you plant the entire potato. If they're larger potatoes, you cut them into pieces so that each piece contains at least 1 eye, because it's the eye that grows and develops into the plant, and of course that's where the potatoes come from. Just take 5 potato sections. I've got 4 inches of soil that I've started with. Space them equally. Cover with another 3 inches of soil. When the foliage starts growing, after the foliage has come up about 4 inches, we want to put in more soil and cover the foliage except for the very tips. When that grows, we're going to add even more soil until we get soil within 1 inch of the top of the pot. Growing garlic is as easy as growing potatoes. The difference is, whereas the potatoes, I just filled it 4 inches and then I put my seed potatoes in. With garlic, I fill the pot almost to the top. I've taken some really nice garlic bulbs, separated them into individual cloves. Remember, there's a top and a bottom, just as if you were planting a tulip or a hyacinth. This would be, of course, the top that's going to produce the stem that goes above the ground. We have the roots. Put them in equal distance. You want to plant it approximately double the length of the clove. And I cover them up. I might add a little bit more soil, water them. I've got some fertilizer already incorporated into the potting mix. And in a couple of weeks, the first garlic shoots will be popping through. Smart Pots are available in a variety of sizes. You can grow almost anything in them. I use the smaller sizes for radish, salad greens, herbs, the middle sizes for peppers. I grow both sweet peppers, chilies, I grow strawberries. The larger sizes are perfect for the potatoes, as we demonstrated earlier. Tomatoes, melons. it's up to you. Use your imagination, and I hope you enjoy using and growing your smart pots for many years as I have.